Happy Independence Day to all of you from CAI. I'm Chip Bennett, Associate Director of Global C&Q, and today I'd like to demonstrate how we at CAI apply our philosophy of quality risk management and meeting a higher standard even during the holidays. This 4th of July, we hope that you all have lots of fun with family and friends, fireworks, and of course, delicious food. Now, when it comes to food, there's only one way to have a truly fabulous 4th of July cookout: the perfect steak. You see, the perfect steak is a product of the cooking process. And just like a drug product, our perfect steak has its own quality attributes and specifications. In order to ensure that our cooking process reliably and consistently produces the perfect steak, meeting those quality attributes and specifications, we'll want to validate the cooking process. At CAI, we start process validation with risk assessment, using our understanding of the product, its attributes, and the cooking process that produces it. We call that product and process knowledge.
Product and process knowledge means understanding the critical process parameters necessary to achieve the critical quality attributes that define the perfect steak and the relationships between them. Risk assessment then considers the overall risk of process failure in the context of intended controls. If risk is too high, additional controls are established. The control strategy is comprised of both human and engineering controls. Engineering controls are called critical aspects and are qualified via integrated C&Q.
Commissioning and qualification are integrated processes, but they serve distinct purposes. Qualification is part of the process validation lifecycle and ensures that the process risk control strategy is in place and effective. Commissioning is the engineering process that ensures that all systems that support the process are delivered according to all of their design specifications and that they're installed and operate in a manner fit for their intended use. Both processes must be documented, but the rigor and formality of that documentation is different. Let's look at how we document the integrated C&Q process using our digital platform, Neat.
CAI's Neat instance is configured to host client deliverables securely in a dedicated workspace. Here, we create asset folders with metadata, and documents are generated from templates with the same metadata pre-populated. Requirements are added to a table with unique identifiers, which can be later cross-referenced anywhere in the workspace. Document approvals are performed via fully compliant electronic signatures. However, many engineering documents don't need to be managed with this level of rigor. We created the Engineering Document Index as a living hub for all documents associated with a given system. The core documents are filed here as cross-references because they were developed and approved in Neat. Less formal documents are simply attached, or could be cross-linked to external locations. Once we have a sufficiently detailed design, we review it against the requirements in the context of our defined quality risk controls and issue a design review report. You can see how the DRR reference are populated from the EDI to assure consistency. Cells will flag orange or red if information is not consistent across the workspace.
Now, most of the design review is documented in the Requirements Traceability Matrix, or RTM. Using the system design definition, we can prospectively populate the RTM, ensuring that critical aspects of the system are satisfied by the design, identifying the associated critical design elements, and determining the acceptance criteria based on functional specifications. Using this approach, we can also pre-plan for our verification activities. This exercise is completed for all requirements, not just quality requirements. After all, there may be other requirements, such as business-related requirements, and other risks, such as environmental health and safety risks, that are just as important overall. The level of effort applied to design review and reflected in our verification effort must be commensurate with the level of identified risk.
Verification protocols are assembled based on the design review. Protocol test cases may be cross-linked to specific requirements from the URS. Test instructions and acceptance criteria are pre-populated in an executable document, while the execution columns are configured to receive the various field entries. Once the protocol is pre-approved, it can be placed into test for execution in the field.
Now that we have an approved verification protocol, we can go out and execute testing. The great thing about doing this digitally is that I can obtain evidence and attach it directly to the protocol right from the field.
The system acceptance report is then issued to summarize the results of verification against the release criteria established in the DRR. If all acceptance criteria was met, the system is declared fit for its intended use.
Now that my grill is qualified, we can move into the next phase of the process validation lifecycle. I'll tell you more about that next time. For now, though, let's just call this an engineering run.